All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and so I wanted to give you a follow-up on the Redmi Note S. Now, this is a device that I'm highly impressed by because, for one, it costs $189. Links in the description if you decide to pick up yours. I highly recommend that if you're in need of a device, you consider this device. I'm not going to tell you that you should just buy this one, but I will tell you it is definitely worthy of your $189, and compared to some other phones that you've probably purchased, it costs double or triple, even 4 times the amount. So let's start with an area that I spoke on. I did a camera review, and that's already out. I've had this phone since last week, and I've been using it. And so I wanted to follow up with you now. Now, I made some claims about the cameras, and some say, oh, it's a bold claim, Jay. It's just a bold claim, but I made some claims that the cameras were better than my OnePlus 8 and several other phones, and my S20 Plus, and I stand firm on that. And even my iPhone, I think that these cameras take better photos in a lot of situations than all those phones that I've spoken of. And I don't retract that. I mean, I've posted some, I run the Smartphone Conversations group on Telegram, so there's a link in the description if you decide to go over there and check out some of the latest photos that I posted privately for that group, where I'm putting it against the iPhone 11. And the iPhone 11 does have great video quality, but I didn't do video, I did photos, and maybe I'll compare the two. But I gotta tell you that this phone is highly impressive when it comes to photo quality and video quality. Now, I personally feel like it's not hard to beat up on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus cameras or the OnePlus 8 cameras. Both of these companies brag about how great their cameras are, and then when you get it in real life or you get it after the launch events, it never lives up to the hype in most cases. One of the few phones that has always lived up to the hype from Samsung is definitely their A series line and then their Galaxy Note 10 devices. Those phones have pretty much done everything that Samsung said that they were going to do. And when it comes to the current devices, and again, this is just my opinion, you can, if you have all the same devices that I have, test it for yourself. But I was able to take this device out on a trip recently. It's about 6 hours worth of driving, and I'll get to coverage in just a little bit. But the cameras, I ended up taking photos about where I was at, and highly impressive. I mean, way more than I thought it was going to be. That's just what it is, man. It's just my opinion on the cameras. I think they're better than all these phones that I've listed. Now, the iPhone definitely is right there, if not a little better in some photos. But overall, I think this phone, for the price, you can't deny the quality that it brings. Now, when it comes to network, I want to talk about network because I ended up purchasing this device and then leaving town right away, right after I took out the charger. Literally, it hit 100 and then I left. And so this is the only phone that I took for use. And the network, it doesn't have band 66, it doesn't have band 71, but it has the main two lines, folks, 2 and 4. Those are the only bands that you should really be concerned about. 2 and 4. Those bands on this device actually are the ones that you're going to be on the most, particularly band 4 for most people. So you'll hear people saying that, yeah, it doesn't have the bands that I need, and so it won't work for me. It doesn't have band 12. And again, I've gone over this. You don't need band 12, you don't need band 66, and you don't need band 71. You need bands 2 and 4 to be able to operate these types of phones in the US safely and get coverage in LTE wherever you're at. Those are the bands that you'll rotate in and out of. Those are the main bands from pretty much all the carriers, and this phone has them. Now, will you get 5G? And some people it's crazy how people, I don't know. The phone has good service. I tested it on multiple carriers. It works. No Verizon, no CDMA, no Boost, none of those. But you would definitely get coverage on every GSM provider because almost all of them use 2 and 4 as their main bands, mainly 4. But nonetheless, network coverage, I didn't lose a single LTE. I kept LTE the entire drive. I'm talking about 6 hours. of driving. I kept LTE and talked on the phone. I didn't just have a signal. I had service. I was using the internet. I was making phone calls, text message, even everything worked the entire way. And that was really impressive. I'm totally shocked. Because there have been other Xiaomi devices or just other phones that I've imported from eBay or different places all over, and it would lose service every now and then. Well, it would drop down to 3G and then go back up to H+ and then LTE again. But this phone actually kept LTE the entire time. So if network is something you're worried about, just know that it has the main 2 bands that you need, which are what? Okay, now let's talk about battery. So the battery life on here, actually, I'm impressed. It has a 5,020 milliamp hour battery. You won't get the kind of coverage or battery you'll get from the Moto G Power, but you will in fact get some great battery coverage here. I think if you hear some noise, I apologize. But you will get some great screen on time, like right now, 7 hours and 33 minutes so far on a single charge. I charged this 1 day and 16 hours ago. And then I have 18 hours and 42 minutes left, it's saying. So I've been doing a lot of YouTube, obviously, and some web browsing, lots of Pandora. But it's surprising that Pandora shows 1.49%. Because I've actually been, I keep Pandora streaming everywhere I go. So I'm kind of surprised that it has such a low number for Pandora, but I guess I'm not on Pandora as much as I thought I was. So, but yeah, YouTube is definitely at the top. And then you can see I've been using the cameras a lot there. It's more than Pandora. I'm surprised at that though. But nonetheless, you should get stellar battery out of here, but you won't get Moto G Power battery. You're not going to get 16, 17 hours. Well, I shouldn't say you're not going to. I don't think that I will get it. I mean, I think I'll probably top out at about, like right now I'm at 7.5 hours of screen on time, and I charged this phone 1 day and 16 hours ago, and it's saying I've got about approximately just under a day left. I think I'll probably top out between 12 and 13 hours, possibly 12 hours or so. I think maybe 12. I've got 43% left, so I might get another 4 hours out of this possibly. But that's fantastic battery. And again, you ask yourself, so my OnePlus 8, it can get about 36 hours, and then it'll get about 8 to 9 hours of screen on time, and then it's done. I need to charge it. Now my Galaxy S20 Plus, this phone, between 6 and 8 possibly, but it definitely doesn't go for days now that I've been using this for such a long time. But I don't know, man. I think that the battery life on this phone is just stellar. I don't think you're going to have a problem with it. I think you're going to be hard pressed to think that you're going to have poor battery from this phone. It has a 5,020 milliamp hour battery inside. Now again, it's not going to get 17 hours like the Moto G, but really, it's a $189 phone, and it's fantastic. So the screen quality is pretty nice. Let's just load up something here. Let's go to LG V60 stuff. Screen quality is nice. I think that if you decide to get this is a 1080p display, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful display. It's not TCL beautiful, but it in fact is beautiful. I like the full screen display, just like my Galaxy Note 20, Galaxy Note 10 and Galaxy S20 Plus and my OnePlus. All these devices that have this type of display with the cameras either in the center or off to the side, I like it. It doesn't have stereo speakers or anything, but it's loud enough.
22 hours on battery so far, 42% left, 8 hours and 15 minutes on screen on time. Now, this has been done strictly.
So as you can see, I mean, it's not the weakest speaker, if you will, but it's definitely not the loudest. And the Moto G Power has stereo speakers, and I play roughly the same. I got it on sale, the Moto G Power, for $199, and I got this for The Moto G Power sells for $250, but I got it on special because I'm a Google Fi member, and I got it for $199. But this phone right here, you'll find it between $180 and $220 probably tops. So the screen and the speakers on here, this is a 6.67 inch display, folks. Fantastic. I mean, just a beautiful display. While it's not like 90 hertz and all this other stuff, no 120 hertz, no none of these things, you still get a very beautiful, vibrant display when you need it. And I think that if that's a concern, you got to remember, it's not too big of a phone either, but okay, let's be clear. It is a huge phone. It has a 6.7 inch display, and then it has a little bit of a chin at the bottom down there. But ultimately, it's a big screen device, and it's a beautiful screen device. So I'm going to change the wallpaper here. Right now, I'm running the Pixel theme with just a different wallpaper. So let's go to something like this. Let's apply this. You can theme this phone however you want. You just go to themes, and then I'll go to my things. Even though it has all these different themes in here, there's a ton of free themes in this particular Xiaomi store. Let's just look at one real quick to download, I guess. The themes on here, I try to keep it as basic as possible. I don't really do too many themes, but I like a clean theme, if you like, a not too flashy of a theme. I did download the Deadpool theme or whatever. So let's apply this theme and see how it looks. You can pretty much theme your phone how you want to theme it. But I'll go to my themes real quick before I show you what that looks like. And as you can see here, I have the Deadpool theme. This aspect theme is really nice. So these are Xiaomi themes. So if you are a Xiaomi person, be sure to go into the theme store and grab what you want. So Limitless, Rhodium, and Classic are the ones that come on the phone. And then when you first set it up, there's 3 others there that you could choose from, they offer you from. But let's take a look and see what that Lookup V10 it looks like that I just installed. And that gives you some sense of what it looks like. So it's got like clear icons. That's pretty cool, man. It's ultimately just like a clear theme. I like it. Now this phone does have a fingerprint reader on the side of the display, side of where the power button is at, right there. And then you press it and it unlocks just like that. So it's fairly fast and it'll get you unlocked. Phone calls and everything on here, even though I spoke about internet speeds and network, phone calls and everything on here are fantastic. No problems whatsoever. I haven't had any issues with AT&T or T-Mobile. Again, no Verizon or anything like that. So there it is, man. I want to give you some kind of a follow-up on this device, man. It is definitely a fantastic phone, and I'm just surprised at how well, and speaking of themes, let's just be clear here. If you don't want to use their themes, you go into apps, download whatever launcher you want, go to apps, manage apps, and then go up to default apps, and then change it to anything you want to put it to. So I actually have it set to the Pix launcher. It's one, you guys know it's one of my favorite launchers. This is a really fast launcher. It's like the Pixel launcher. Ultimately, it should be out of beta now. I've been testing this for, I don't know how long. And this is just if you don't like their theme. You're free to put on any launcher you want. I do have Nova Launcher too that I purchased, but I just use this theme this launcher right here because it's quick, fast, and it's in the Play Store ready to customize. I can do all different kinds of icons and packs and everything. So let me see. I should have some icon packs already on the phone. Yeah, I've got orders, and this is Dark Matter Vintage. Shout out to my man Donovan back in the day. He told me about this and I paid $1 for it a while back. You can see the icons look like on here. The reason I stopped using this one a lot is because it doesn't theme all of the icons, and that's something that I really wanted. Now Velino, this one, I bought this one too. This one themes pretty much all of the icons, and I really like that. It's a really nice theme. I think it's cool. So that's the thing about Pix Launcher. I like that everything is just right here for me to theme. But nonetheless, folks, this is a follow-up video. Again, I've had this phone for probably just under a week, and I'm impressed with it, man. So impressed that I feel like you should consider it. That's if you're in the market for a device. If you're not in the market for a device, definitely you don't need to purchase this at all. You don't need to keep what you have. And I always tell you guys, if you're going to sell your phone to get something else, or if you just want another phone, sell your current phone if you can to get something else. You don't want to just spend money just to spend money. You want to save your money if at all possible, and save it. You don't need to spend it if you don't need to. There's the Deadpool stuff. But this, I love this theme. This one right here. It's a part of the aspect theme. I'll change it back to the aspect theme just so you can kind of see what the aspect. I love the aspect theme. Let's go to apps before I get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But I really like, because I don't mind using the default launcher. I'm okay with the default launcher. Yeah, I'm okay with the default launcher. So let's go to themes. Trust me on how it does that. Let's go to my themes and then go to aspect, and we'll apply this. And I really like this background, this wallpaper and everything. I just think it's beautiful. It's really, really, really nice, man. So here it is, the Redmi 9S, the Redmi Note 9S. Fantastic phone, folks. Don't sleep on it. These phones from that, I love to import and tell you about are totally worth it, man. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I speak from a good place. I speak from a place where I'm not trying to sell you on stuff. There's no kickbacks from me. Even if it was, I would disclose that to you. But I just want you to get a good deal on the device. And that's where I always come from when it comes to these types of videos. I speak for, I almost want to say I speak for the people, but I'm just for a person getting a good deal. And that's what I care about. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know a little bit of a lengthy video, but I love discussions. Smartphoneconversations.com. Let's get the conversation going. This is what it's about, folks. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bumpy Cam on the way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.